Good morning, viewers. Good morning, family. We are back as the Ellen couple. Alongside me is Miss Ellen.
Makadini pano makadini nasindashandisa traditional way yekumhurisa vanhu vese kuti purisei go pamuri ikoko. Okay guys, we are back today again with another phenomenal topic.
Yes, that's a phenomenal topic. Yes, 100%. So we are back with a bang.
As you see now, I'm now talking big words. As it's phenomenal.
Yes. Yeah, she's getting big words, guys. Every day she's learning, so anybody can learn English. If you don't have confidence in English, you can learn that. It doesn't matter that you have to be fluent, or not, but you just have to learn English. Okay, so guys, today we're talking about people who are planning to relocate back home, who are planning to go back home for good, who are actually residing in diaspora, and we are some of those people as well. That means we're also educating ourselves on that. So we're talking about exit plan. You must have a proper exit plan. Ukanditaura mururimi rwamai kana uchibva munyika yangu uchigara for a long time unofanirwa une exit plan. Hazvizongosumuka kuti today I have to go ndanogara kumusha, because you need to survive the way you were surviving in the diaspora. For the standard of living, the environment is now different from the way you left it that time, and also different from the way it is where you are living, where you are staying right now. So you must have an exit plan.
Okay guys, as Baba said, he's the guru of the topics. Most of the topics Baba said about this topic so that Baba can share with us. Also Baba's topics also help us to have those plans. Or sometimes we relax, but maybe I hear just for what I'm saying, but they have on this topic. So let's hear more about Baba.
Okay, so like I said, when you're residing in diaspora, and your heart start calling you back home and say, I need to go back home, you must plan. It's not about just taking your bags and packing your clothes and say, now I'm taking a bus back home. You must have a proper plan, a solid plan that you have to put in place. That's going to determine how you're going to survive when you get there. What's going to be for you when you get there? What is it that you're going to do? How are you going to contribute to the economy and also survival on your side? So all these things, you need those in place. So when you have a partner, a husband, a wife, and a wife, you need to sit down together and actually ask each other, like, my sweetheart, how are we going to survive when we get back to Zimbabwe? What are we going to be doing? How are we going to get money to survive? All those things, you need to ask yourself those questions. Because you might find some people, yes, they just take their bags and go. But most of them, they end up coming back to diaspora because things did not work for them. And then they end up telling people that it is difficult to go back home and start. So they encourage people to stay in diaspora. But they did not do their research, they did not have an exit plan. But those who had an exit plan, they never came back. They're actually happy. Some of them, they wish they had never gone to diaspora.
Okay guys, so what is your exit plan? So that the viewers maybe can know.
Yes, I knew that the question was coming beforehand, before we actually recorded this thing. So our exit plan, if I say mine, it's going to be like, our exit plan is, we are planning to put together the money that's going to take us, that's going to make us survive for probably 5 months or something, But on the other hand, we actually planning to take out our bag. We're not going to sell this bag. that is our decision right now. We're not gonna sell the bike that we have the Kia bike because we take it as an instrument that's gonna make us get money and actually help us to propel ourselves up, or to push us up in whatever that we need financially. So that is our exit plan. And then when we get back home, we are planning that we're gonna have to start doing farming. We're gonna start on a small scale, researching what we're growing. So when we go home, we need to plant like watermelons. We need to drill borehole, definitely. But we need to plant like watermelons. We need to plant quite a lot of things. Then we actually, when we do watermelons, we need to establish points in the highways whereby we can actually plant people there, employ people. Then we can plant them that side. Then we just deliver the watermelons. That is our exit plan for now. That's what we're planning.
Also, I have got another question. So if you say they want to bring back home, you want to go and do the
Take it back
borehole,
home, yes.
you want to go and do farming, are you going to do it in one day?
No, that's impossible to do in one day. Some of the things I just said are long-term plans. They are long-term plans. So the short-term plans are to relocate back home with our backing. That's a short-term plan with our backing.
So it's a first step.
That's a first step, taking our backing back home and actually putting a plate, a Zimbabwean plate, declaring at the border, putting Zimbabwean place and start operating in Zimbabwe. In that way, that's where we're going to start accumulating money, getting money, putting money together to fund other things like board drilling, like farming and stuff like that. Yes, we might we might be living or staying in Harare, where our house is at this moment. Because we do have a stay in Harare, we've already built one room that side. So we might be residing there while we are operating to develop our rural home, start our farming. So the other things of the board drilling, farming of whatever is a long-term plan.
And also, do you research, how do you go through with that budget?
Yes, 100%. I did research that. I talked to the people there at the border. Some of the things at this moment for me to disclose here, I think that's not proper. Because I just encourage people who want to take their transport, their cars out, they need to call the agents at the border. They need to call Zimra. They need to call this other guy who's doing like car sales. You can find that person on Facebook. Messina Car Sales is the guy that actually WhatsApped.
But for now, guys, that name, we don't know about this name, it's just a Facebook thing. So
yeah, it's a Facebook thing.
We don't recommend it, this thing.
No, yes, somebody, you know what you can do? You can just actually talk to that person, saying that whatever, because whatever you talk to that person is on your side. Because as for me, I was just inquiring. He told me the procedures, the processes, how to do it. So, so anybody who want to talk to him, you can just go on his Facebook and talk to him. Or just talk to him. Find out what you want to know. It's not about that. I'm just going to take my car and look for this guy. Plan with him in advance. He tells you what he needs, the processes, how it's going to go, then you take your car. Then I've done research on that, like I said, on how to take my backing back. So that is what I'm working upon.
Okay, on this comment section, with our subscriber, if you have got more information of how do you return your vehicle back home, please, we need this more information in this platform so that it will help us, it will anyone who is willing to go back with their transportation.
And in that comment section, guys, I need to tell people, please do not do people. Do not cheat people. But the thing like these people, they are genuine. They've been working for years, for a long time, trying to get money to buy their cars. Then you are at the border, or you're doing something, or you're just a person in the comment section who's an agent who's trying to make a living. then you try to give people the wrong information. When they get at the border, then their cars, they get impounded, you know. So guys, we need to be honest and we need to feel for each other. We need to feel for those people who've worked with their sweat to get what they have, you know. You need to give people a proper channel, you know, on how they do things. So in the comment section, we need reliable people, honest people, not people who are looking for quick money just to do people, you know.
So if you we are dusting this thing of transporting your vehicle to Zimbabwe. If there is genuine agents, those who use agents, you can just share. Okay, now let's go. So if you are, do you have kids? Do you have kids still going to school in this country?
Yes, I still have kids going to school here in this country. So that's another issue that we're working on, so that we can see how the kids can be comfortable in our absence. Because the realistic about it, if we are going to wait for the kids to finish whatever, we're also delaying our productivity, also delaying our success. Because our success is their success. So we can leave them in the meantime to do their studies while the other people, relatives, will be looking upon them. And also, we're also going to be checking on them. It does not mean that if we go to Zimbabwe, we're not going to come back. We're just going to come back, see them, you know, visiting and stuff like that. Because the aspect of life, guys, just life. You're not going to garira, vana, you know what I mean? But you only want in Zara, there's something. You'll be needing to, you know, to achieve something in life. So that does not have to stop you. Just make sure that your kids are comfortable. They're getting whatever they want to get, school, everything and stuff like that. Just like what we are here. You know, there are some other kids who are in Zimbabwe and parents are in diaspora. You know, they are getting all what they want. They're going to school while the parents are working in diaspora. You know, so it's the other way around. When you go to Zimbabwe, you leave your kids here. You understand?
So okay, the other question is, are you buying groceries side to go back with it, or what is what? Because we see other people buying groceries, buying everything here. Then when they are going back, they have on the grocery side they are sorted.
Yeah, it's like what I've realized. Most of the shops in Zimbabwe, they're all offering what is in South Africa, and the grocery is now cheaper that side. Unless a person decides how you want to do it, you know. Because I might take my money that side and I go buy grocery there, or I might use my own transport to buy grocery, but not in Cape Town, in Messina. I go in Messina, then I buy things closer to the border, you know. Then those other things, yes, you might face issues of declaring your stuff. Maybe it might be costly to you. But as for me, yes, you know, in life, you just have to find one way or another to make it happen. So I might decide to buy my stuff in Messina and put in my bag, drive with my stuff. Because what I'm afraid is like when I have to buy things while I'm just going with a bus, then to put it to hire a truck and stuff like that, it's not a good thing, you know. So if you don't have transport, I think buying things in Zimbabwe is the best thing. Or buying where you think, because most people have been buying in Messina, their groceries and stuff like that. Then they just put on the bus, then they go home, they're happy, just like that.
And do you prepare for Wi-Fi? Because in Zimbabwe, people they say you must have Wi-Fi to do everything you need to do because Wi-Fi is cheaper than data. Do you
Yeah.
have the plans for
Apart from what people say, because sometimes we don't need to live by what people say. You know. We live by what we need. You know, we really need the Wi-Fi because we are living the Wi-Fi at this moment. That's why you see like we can research anything, we can post anything anytime. Yes, Wi-Fi is an important thing. It's very crucial. We need it. So we are planning on this Starlink. So before we go, we need to find out how to get the Starlink. Maybe some people in the comment section who does have the Starlink can actually tell us how to go about it, steps we have to follow to get it, and probably the links where we can research and get it. That also going to educate other people who are also looking for the Starlink. You know. Therefore, you have to refer us. because Wi-Fi is really needed, guys. Without Wi-Fi, data, I believe it might be expensive back home in Zimbabwe.
What about on produce side? Because most of the people they said when I'm going back for goods, and you must have like I did turkeys, whose t-shirts like label things. What are you going to do? Are you going to buy your clothes this side and go with them, or maybe you're going to buy Pero in Zimbabwe because the Pero is original?
Okay, so the aspect is, I'm a person who's working with the packing. I'm a person who's always hands-on working. So I believe and trust that the work suit will be best for me. If I can have about 2-3 work suits, that's gonna help me. And also like just having a few of the clothes, jeans, casuals, that kind of a thing. At least that can be better when I'm visiting. But most of my time, when you're a hustler, when you're on the road, you're looking for money, you don't need to sweat because you get dirty. So you need to be putting on a work suit most of your time. It's like most of my life is gonna be with the work suit. You know what I mean? Then the casual is 1 or 2 clothes, that's fine, but I'm gonna wear when I'm visiting, and stuff like that, or maybe when I'm going to the show. But even the work suit, because I'm working. So the work suit is what I require more. So I don't need to buy expensive stuff just like what you do, women. Because I know women, you love clothes most of the time, because you're the people who want to show off a lot. In the comment section, tell me if I'm lying or not. Women, you like showing off too much. You need to dress up, you need to be looking whatever. But it's for us men. Very few men does that. Me and my work suit just dressing nice and clean with my safety boots, nice hair, glasses, just looking good. That's the best thing ever.
Yeah, as a man, you said you want to have an exit plan to go back home for good. So as a man now, do you have men tools like you are going? Do you have men tools, men apparatus, things that you need to go and use when you are at your home state? Do you have them?
Yes, I was about to come to that. So that was part of the discussion. There are tools as a man, as a woman as well, because nowadays it's not about men. It's
Like men's side.
Yeah, but I just want to educate also women, because women now they think that the tools are only for men, but women are engaging also in those activities. They also do like men's jobs. But on my side, yes, tools, I have them. I have them at this moment. Because a man, you need like those kind of small stuff, hammers, circular saws, saws, natural saws, like then what do you call those other ones for cutting trees,
I thought maybe you said
chainsaw. Yeah, for chainsaw, I don't have a chainsaw at this moment. And I don't have a
maybe you said you've got
a big truck.
Yes,
Truck
and then
full of
maybe
tools. Yeah,
and then maybe you've got these tools like UD trucks, UD.
I actually mostly have most of the carpentry tools, like I say, circular saws, those kind of things. I have them like drills, cordless drills, and also my drills and my gates, all those kind of things, screwdrivers, all those hammers, That's why you see I have to make this, because you have to be hands-on, sometimes, So the tools I have, I can say I have. If I land back in Zimbabwe, I can use those tools.
Because you must have like wheelbarrows.
Yeah, wheelbarrows, I have all those kind of things. I'm forgetting because I'm just looking at another wheelbarrow, yeah? It doesn't matter that it has to be new or whatsoever, because when you're in South Africa, I believe if you can get a wheelbarrow, it will be the best, the strongest one, because I hear that in Zimbabwe, some of the wheelbarrows are not strong enough. But there are other people in the streets who are welding nice and strong wheelbarrows. But as a man, if you get an opportunity wherever you are, if you're in South Africa, no, not in the UK, you have to buy Zimbabwe, because you cannot transport a wheelbarrow by air.
Yes, they are, because I see other company supporting everything.
Yeah, that can work as well. But I believe that if you get an opportunity to buy your tools in South Africa, that would list, because most of the tools you get in Zimbabwe, they are Chinese, but they can work as well. But most of the tools in South Africa, they are original.
Even in Zimbabwe, there's original things. It requires when you buy the original stuff, because there's places price tells you this is not. This
And
is
one other thing that I can advise you guys, if you don't have the money, more money, or whatever, just buy second-hand tools. You can look for you can just go in a shop, like Kesco said, at Kesco Converters, you look at the tools. If you see that it still looks good, buy it. Because that second-hand can work the same as the new one. But other people, they do have a syndrome of like, I want a new, I need to open my own thing, that kind of a thing. But it's not it does not like matter whether you have the old one or whatever, but as long as your tool is working.
Okay, in other hands, we get you every time you get building materials each and every time. So do you export everything, or do you still getting those stuff?
Okay, in my working, it's like we're still on the exit plan, guys. That's another thing, because we have already sent some of the stuff back home. Because when I'm working with the parking construction, I tend to get quite a lot of things like windows, aluminum doors, whatsoever, doors, roofing sheets, and quite a lot of like, brick foils, all that kind of a thing. Yes, I get those stuff and actually put them in bulk. When I call them Malaysia, like we have a very problem with Malaysia, now we have to plan and, to talk to the buses and stuff like that, because we still got some of the stuff that we have, because we got some kind of irons, Mama Simbi, so that we need to go to, we can actually build rabbits.
Okay.
Chetsuro, yes. Chetsuro, right? I was looking for that word, for rabbits, for Tsuro. So yeah, we still have to send those other stuff. We still got quite some time stuff. We also got glasses that we need to send. But they are quite heavy. Because I was thinking of taking them myself at the back, but the problem, I don't want anything heavy when I'm actually driving all the way to sea. Because I want my backy to get back, to go there, to reach Zimbabwe in good condition. You see.
So, okay, we're talking about building materials.